Yeah, really excited about this season. I think we've grown as a team and we've added a lot of new players, so I'm excited to see kind of how they come together in these next few weeks. So we got together probably 2 weeks ago, and I let the girls kind of establish what they wanted for their team goals. Top half of the conference, you know, that's something that is a goal for us. If we're in the top half of our conference, we're doing pretty well. Right now, 2 of our teams in our conference are the top 25. So if we're up there with them, we're playing really competitive volleyball. So that's a big piece. Making it past the semifinal match of our conference tournament, that's another goal for us. So with those 2 things, we know showing up in practice is going to be really important. We talk a lot about our culture. We feel that it's a day in and day out thing. Like if we're not working on it, we're going backwards. So the culture of our team is one. Competitiveness is one of the things that we talk about a lot. Being connected as a team is super important. Being able to have hard conversations within our team is super important. We know we don't have to all love each other, but we do have to have respect for one another. So on game day, I can say hard things, they can say hard things, and we know it's coming from a place of we're all on the same page, we want to win. So 7 freshmen, and so far many of them have already contributed, you know, on game day. But we needed offense. That was kind of our focus last year in our recruiting cycle, and that's what we brought in mostly. We were thrilled that Alyssa decided to come back for her 5th year. That was big for us. But then we also have some, our junior class who played significant roles last year came back. So Bre, who's one of our captains on the right side, she's played all 4 years. She'll provide a significant offensive threat for us. Our libero, Hannah, and Mary, if we can get her healthy and not hurt, hopefully she'll be in that mix as well. Honestly, haven't really done the numbers to figure out how many wins and losses. We want to have a winning season. You know, we want to be on that other side of, you know, we don't want to be a 500 team. We want to be on the other side. We want to have more wins than losses for sure. And so hopefully with the work we put in, we get there.
This season, I think that I've been working really hard on being a better communicator and being more open and more honest. And I think that just moving forward, I'm really excited to have a good competitive season. I think that we're a really strong team coming back with our returners. And you know, we have some new freshmen on the court as well, so it's really exciting to kind of see it all come together. But as far as what do we try to get out of practice, you know, I feel like with our preseason, we've put a lot of emphasis on really coming in and doing the work and getting the reps in and just kind of focusing on the little things, because then the big things will kind of follow with that. So I think we've placed a lot of focus on going back to the basics and understanding that, okay, like I need to do this and I need to come in and do 20 reps of, oh, hitting this easy shot that should be relatively easy to hit. You know, I hit it pretty consistently, but just kind of focusing on getting better consistency and getting better touches. And obviously, you know, we have to improve our communication as well with new people coming on the floor. So, well, experience is a hard thing to kind of quantify, especially with, you know, the returners. Every season, every year we come back and people change over the off season, over summer. Everybody comes back different. Nobody really comes back the same as they left. So it's kind of hard to say with experience how experienced we're going to be. I mean, obviously it helps to have returners on the floor, but you know, the freshmen come in and then sometimes they bring something new to the court that we didn't know that we needed until they were here. A big thing for me this year is really servant leadership. So I think leading by example rather than just kind of telling them this is how we do things, showing them is a lot easier, and it also kind of relates myself more to them, especially since I'm a lot older than our freshmen and, you know, obviously I'm in a different place of my life, but I think that that kind of helps bridge the gap and makes them more comfortable. And, you know, once you're comfortable, then you can kind of start building those relationships, you build the trust, and then everything else just kind of follows. So during this past off season, I've been working a lot on weight training and just kind of reaction time, just kind of some things that I noticed at the end of the season last year that I just wasn't quite happy with. So I kind of placed a special emphasis on those things, just kind of pick up where I left off. Really, it's a mindset, truly, because you can't do the work and then not expect it to happen, right? So for me at least, I think that if I'm consistently here, I'm doing the work no matter what, there always comes a time where, you know, we get tired, we have a hard loss, the game's not going how we want it to. But if I can stay into my head and be like, you know what, you've done the work to put yourself this far, we have to do this for our team, so we might as well go out and do it as much as we can and as best we possibly can do it. Obviously, our COVID season was really hard, but it did help that we ended that season with beating Birmingham Southern, and they were ranked 8th, I believe. So, I mean, that was a really nice way. Obviously, the season didn't end how we wanted it to, but it was nice that we could come together one last time before the season ended and end off on a really good note and do something that we previously hadn't done. And so, if there was something that I could leave with this team after I'm gone, that would have to be the discipline. Because, without discipline, it doesn't really matter how good you are or what y'all say or what you're going to do. If you don't have the discipline to do that, then it's just not going to come. So I really hope that that's something that they can see me do and that they're like, oh yeah, like we need to keep doing this and it needs to continue.